Gunfight follows two suicide bombings at a U.S. consulate in Afghanistan, CBS News. cbsnews.com/cbs evening news /cbs this morning /48 hours /60 minutes Sunday morning face the nation. Video. U.S. World. Politics. Entertainment. Health. Money Watch. Sci-tech. Crime. Sports. More blogs. The feed battleground. The WH Web Shout 60 Overtime Face-to-Face Resources Mobile Radio Local. Log in join cbsnews.com sign in with profile. Manage my newsletter subscriptions, update my email address, change my password, log out. CBS/AP/September 12, 2013, 11:22 p.m. Gunfight follows two suicide bombings at a U.S. consulate in Afghanistan. Afghan security personnel assist an injured police officer after a suicide car bombing and a gunfight near the U.S. consulate in Herat Province, Afghanistan, September 13, 2013. /AP. Updated to 45 a.m. Yet September 13, 2013. Kabul, Afghanistan. Taliban militants set off two suicide bombs in an attack on a U.S. consulate in western Afghanistan Friday morning, triggering the gun battle with security forces that left at least 2 Afghans and 7 attackers dead. The U.S. said all its personnel from the consulate in the city of Herat were safe and American forces later moved in to secure the site. The attack underscored the perilous security situation in Afghanistan, where U.S.-led troops are reducing their presence ahead of a full withdrawal next year. According to some Afghan officials, the attack in Herat started with the Taliban setting off 2 bombs, one in an SUV and the other in an explosives-laden small van, while militants on foot opened a firefight with Afghan security forces around the compound in the city, which is 625 miles from Kabul. But General Rahmatullah Safi, Herat Province's chief of police, told CBS News 1 of 7 militants set off an explosives-laden truck. Then the other 6 tried to enter the consulate. One of them detonated his vest inside the security perimeter and the remaining 5 started battling with security forces and consulate guards, Safi said. The battle lasted an hour, he added. It was not entirely clear whether any attackers managed to breach the facility itself, but at least 2 Afghans were killed and several were wounded, said an Afghan official. The 7 attackers were all killed, including the suicide bombers, officials said. The Taliban claimed responsibility for the attack in an email to CBS News. Around the same time, the suicide bomber detonated his truck full of explosives near government offices in eastern Paktika province after security personnel opened fire at him. At least 2 police officers and 8 Afghan army members were wounded in the explosion, an Afghan Interior Ministry spokesperson told CBS News. Insurgent attacks in Afghanistan are no longer concentrated in the country's south and east, but also occur with troubling frequency in the north and west, which have been the more peaceful areas in years past. Friday's assaults came on the heels of 2 days of celebrations as Afghans of all backgrounds welcomed their nation's first international soccer championship. Afghan and U.S. officials offered slightly different accounts of what happened in Herat, differences that could not immediately be reconciled, as is common in the immediate aftermath of the attacks. According to provincial officials, the attack began around 6 a.m. with a powerful explosion caused by the suicide car bombers, some 66 yards from the front gate of the consulate compound. Fellow militants then engaged in a firefight with security forces in the area. U.S. State Department Deputy Spokeswoman Marie Harf said in a statement that the assault began around 5:30 a.m., when a truck carrying attackers drove to the front gate, and attackers, possibly firing rocket-propelled grenades and assault rifles, starting firing at Afghan forces and security guards on the exterior of the gates. Shortly after, the entire truck exploded, extensively damaging the front gate. Safi said U.S. Special Forces entered the area to secure the compound, and that no attackers managed to breach it. Hart's statement said, American security personnel were among the response team, and added, it appears American and contract security personnel addressed any attackers who managed to enter the compound. Footage broadcast on Afghanistan's Tolo television network showed Afghan police dragging away a badly bloodied man from the scene, but it was unclear if he was dead or who he was.